Kyodo News English World。
皆さんこんにちは。こちらは共同通信英文記者のポッドキャストです。英文記者は国内外で起きている出来事について取材してオリジナルの英文記事を発信したり、日本語のニュースを英語に翻訳したりしています。共同通信の英語の記事をテーマにいろんな国から集まる仲間たちと英語と日本語を交えていろいろディスカッションしていけたらと思っています。今日は3人の記者でお届けします。私は堀内純子と申します。2009年に共同通信社に入社しました。2年ほど松江支局で日本語の記者もしていました。よろしくお願いします。
Hi there, everybody. My name is Eduardo Martinez, and I've been here at Kyodo News for about 3 years now. I'm originally from Brisbane, Australia.
Hello, I'm Rei. I've been working for Kyodo for around 8 years, and for the first 3 years, I've been writing in Japanese, and the rest in English. Nice to meet you all.
ありがとうございます。今日の記事ですが、赤ちゃんの名前の記事です。どういう名前が人気だったのかという調査結果の記事なんですけれども、金子くん、見出しをお願いします。
はい。Ao, Rin, most popular baby names in Japan in 2024.
2024年に生まれた赤ちゃんの名前では、男の子が青、女の子が凛が一番人気だったという記事ですね。最初の3パラをお願いします。
Ao and Rin were the most popular names given to boys and girls, respectively, in Japan between January and September this year, an annual survey by an education service provider showed. The two names moved up from second place last year amid a growing trend in parents choosing gender-neutral names, with the reading of the names, Chinese character or characters, and the way they sound continuing to be the most important factor, Benesi Holdings Inc. said. The kanji Chinese character meaning blue-green, which is most often read as Ao, but also as Aoi, ranked first among boys' names. It was followed by Ren, meaning lotus, and Nagi, meaning calm, also reflecting the trend of using one character.
ありがとうございます。結構ジェンダーレスな名前を選ぶ親が増えていたりとか、やっぱり一文字の名前をつける人が増えていたりとかっていうことみたいなんですけど、エドさん、こういった名前聞いたことありましたか？
I think I've been hearing them more recently. Names like Ao and Din, I think I've heard them a lot more. It's been interesting to see the big generational like change in between names. So yeah, I think you notice these so-called kirakira namae a lot more these days.
そうですよね。キラキラネームは法律で、少し規制されてしまうみたいなんですけれども、以前にはありましたよね、キラキラネーム。
Yeah, I've heard that there were names were called Pikachu. Which seems a bit
it's a bit quite unconventional.
Unusual sometimes. But I would like to see how they're doing at the moment. The kids who who
are called Pikachu.
Up,
One that I always remember is someone tried to name their kid Akuma. That was like a really big thing, right?
Was that accepted?
I don't know if it was accepted, but it's just always a name that I like recall, like a kira name that I recall, because it means like devil, right? Yeah. Evil, like so it's pretty bad, pretty heavy name.
Yeah.
キラキラネームって海外にもあるんですかね？オーストラリアとかにもありますか？
Yeah, I guess you have the equivalent of like, unusual, unconventional names. For example, like when the TV series Game of Thrones was airing and was really popular, a lot of people named their children characters from that series. So like Khaleesi or like Daenerys, which they sound very, very like, I feel sorry for any child who's really named that, because it's just they just sound so different from anything else, and it's so obviously like it's unmistakably from that series. So yeah, every now and again you get some strange names. But I was looking at some data from Australia's most popular names as well. And you see that you have a lot of similarities across like compared to other English-speaking countries. So the most popular boys' names were in 2024, according to this McCrindle Research Institute, were Oliver, Noah, and Henry. And then for girls, it was Isla, Amelia, and Charlotte. And I guess a name like Oliver, apparently it's been the most popular name for like 11 years in a row now.
そんなに人気なんですね。
Yeah, it's I think it sounds very, just from my subjective opinion, but it sounds very timeless. Like it sounds quite classic, but at the same time contemporary. And Australians love to make like shorten words and make nicknames out of everything. So I can imagine a lot of people nickname their kids Ollie. And things like that. So I can definitely see why Oliver is really popular. As for Isla's seems to be quite recent. I don't really know many people called Isla, so it looks like it's become more popular in recent years.
Sounds like a Scotch whiskey.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the reason is. Like I'm trying to think of any popular public figures or something that. Yeah, but
I like the sound though.
It's lovely. Yeah, it sounds lovely.
It's nice.
Yeah. But definitely, like when I think of people I know in Australia, like my friends who have started to have their own children, you can see they want to try and choose more unique names for their kids.
Really?
Yeah, so they've chosen some interesting names, like I don't know, like Augustine or something, or
Augustine,
or like Winslet. So like they're still, I mean, they're not super far-fetched names, but yeah.
Were they also featured in Game of Thrones?
Not as far as I know, no. Yeah.
そうですよね。日本でもオリンピックで活躍した人の名前を名前を取ったりとかしますよね。
So like athletes and stuff, yeah.
はい。
There was one featured in this story as well. The Japanese national volleyball player Ran Takahashi, who led up to the Paris Olympics this summer. Apparently, the name Ran
became very popular this year.
It's becoming popular.
はい。そうですね。あと大谷とか翔平の翔とかつけたりとか。はい。
Ran means indigo.
そうですね。
Oh, okay. Yeah, before I don't think I'd heard it very often up until recently, right? Yeah. And as I was saying just before, it was interesting. Like I think in a couple of generations before, like for example, girls' names, a lot of them end in like ko, right?
そうそう、私そうです。
Yeah, like Junko or like Yoshiko or something like that.
そう、子ばかりですよ。
You don't want to guess their age, right?
No, but yeah, you can definitely sort of like feel that, like you don't hear many girls being born recently with names like that, right? 全然こうつける人いないですよね。 Or even like with men's names, like
really, Ichiro.
Yeah, Ichiro, like
Jiro to ka.
Kisaburo, like those are really like old Japanese man names.
そうですね。確かに日本語の名前って聞くとちょっと昔の名前かなとか、そういうことが分かっちゃいますよね。
I think you can also add uniqueness if it's in Japanese because we use Chinese characters and those Chinese characters has meanings itself. So
right,
you can have like two meanings in one name.
Right.
Which is I think quite unique compared to English-speaking countries.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's you have the sound of the name itself, and then the meaning ascribed to its character. So that's really cool. I think because I think a lot of English speakers just choose a name for purely like aesthetic purposes, like the way it sounds. They don't really go deep into the meaning of their names. I don't think a lot of people know the meanings of their names.
なるほど。そうですね。結構聖書に出てくる名前とかを選んでる人も多いらしいですし。
And yeah, biblical names, I guess they've always been quite popular in English, but at the same time, I think a lot of people just choose them because they think they sound nice. I don't think a lot of people around me are terribly religious, and they might just choose them because they like that name.
ですね。日本人だと結構画数とかね、そういったことも考え始めて結構悩む人が多い気がしますね。
What are some strange names you guys have heard? Like kirakira names in Japanese. Can you think of any?
いや、その
Tiara.
Tiara, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And the kanjis the T is love, it means love, I. And La is like Shinra Bansho, where it's essentially about the universe. So
oh wow,
it's very very unique.
Yeah, it's very unique, very kira.
Very powerful.
Yeah.
そうですね。ミッキーとかね。
ミッキー。
当て字で。ありがとうございました。そろそろ終わりの時間が来ました。共同通信では共同ニュースプラスというサイトで日本や世界で起きた出来事について英語のニュースを発信しています。今日ご紹介した記事も掲載されていますので、ぜひチェックしてみてください。それでは皆さん、See you next time!